A very warm welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Singapore Institute of Technology SIT Virtual Open House 2021. My name is Veronica, and it's my pleasure to be able to speak with you today, albeit virtually. This talk segment is entitled, Admitting the Right Student, What Does SIT Look For? One of the commonly asked questions that we receive as admissions professionals is what should I or my child look out for when applying for a course in the university? For different people, the answers may differ. I would suggest that you consider three broad considerations. One, the type of programs that would best suit your passion and aptitude. Two, the type of learning environment that would best suit you. And three, the applicability of the training which would best prepare you to be future-ready with relevant skills and knowledge. In this talk, I will start off with a general introduction on SIT, the types of programs that we offer, and our approach towards teaching and learning. I will then explain the admissions process and criteria in greater detail, as well as the scholarships and financial assistance schemes. And then I will wrap up with a glimpse of the SIT student experience. First up, please watch a short video that tells the SIT story.
Singapore Institute of Technology, also known as SIT, is Singapore's University of Applied Learning that is committed to creating a unique pool of young professionals and inspiring a new generation of lifelong learners for the future.
Having good education is going to take on a whole different perspective in Singapore and everywhere in the world. SIT role is really finding a good way to broaden that educational opportunity for a much bigger group of young Singaporeans so that they're equipped with the skill to deal with the future disruption that will come from technologies and other disruptions. What we want is to be able to bring in young people with interest and passion, and our job is to provide a nurturing learning environment for them.
Guided by its vision and mission, SIT has come a long way from its inception in 2009, when it was set up to cater to polytechnic graduates pursuing a university degree. SIT became an autonomous university in 2014. As a university of applied learning, SIT is rapidly expanding to meet the growing demand for students seeking to continue their academic journey. Apart from SIT conferred degrees, SIT also offers joint and overseas degrees, a result of its strategic partnerships with prestigious overseas universities to offer a wide range of specialized degree programs based on industry needs. SIT's faculty is organized into academic clusters rather than traditional schools. The university's unique matrix academic structure also promotes interdisciplinary collaborations and allows faculty to teach across related disciplines. This allows faculty to be more nimble and responsive to changing industry needs. The interdisciplinary knowledge, in consultation with key industry experts, enables the faculty to develop programs that will better prepare students for the industry. SIT's unique applied learning pedagogy has resulted in close industry links being forged through its strategic alliances with trade associations and key industry partners. Leveraging on industry and community resources allows SIT to work on thematic applied research projects led by its faculty and students while delivering quality education. SIT also has a pool of professional officers who use their rich industry experience to mentor and coach our students in their industry attachments and projects. To better prepare SIT students for the rigors of the real working environment, SIT has developed the Integrated Work-Study Program, or IWSP, for all SIT conferred and joint degree programs.
Our integrated work-study program is beyond just a simple internship. First of all, it's a bit longer. At the same time, the students are also asked to relate what they see at the workplace to what they study in the classroom. And at the end of the IWSP period, they have to bring a project back for their capstone project. And the idea of the project is that it's look at something for productivity gain or an innovative solution to a problem that there is. So that reminds the student that while they are working, they should always be looking at how to improve things.
As a university with a stimulating learning environment, SIT produces highly employable graduates who are imbued with values and mindsets that are termed as the SIT DNA traits. This means that SIT students must be thinking tinkerers who are able to learn, unlearn, and relearn all their life. They must be catalysts for transformation and yet stay grounded in the community. Building a university from scratch has been a challenging and yet fulfilling journey for SIT. With infrastructure, processes, and systems now in place, ready for the future. As the university has grown, so too have the demands on its staff and faculty. SIT is committed to realizing its vision of being a leader in innovative university education by integrating learning, industry, and community. Looking ahead, SIT will be moving to a new, centralized campus at Punggol North in the next few years. Designated as an enterprise district within a smart HDB town framework, Punggol will be housing digital and cybersecurity industries. SIT's location, next to JTC's business parks, allows both to achieve closer integration of the facilities.
We are going to be very integrated with JTC. The two of us are in fact very closely linked. That means that industry is therefore integrated with our academic teaching, and the students will be able to use JTC facilities as well as SIT premises. And industry alone is not the only way we cooperate. For example, the open spaces out there where there will be hospitality businesses, are being now clarified in Punggol. JTC and SIT will develop these spaces seamlessly, and therefore the place will be very vibrant, very exciting, and I think it will be quite a feature in the north of Singapore.
SIT aims not only to deliver the best quality education to its students, but also to future-proof its graduates by ensuring that they stay relevant through lifelong learning.
In SIT, we have a motto that once a citizen, always a citizen. So the vision of SIT is that once you join SIT, you are forever a student of SIT. The only question is whether you are here with us today as a student, or you're working, biding your time to come back again to be a student, to relearn something.
Indeed, SIT's best-in-class graduates are well positioned to meet the changing needs of Singapore's future economy.
I hope you enjoyed that. As you have heard from the video, SIT is Singapore's University of Applied Learning. In fact, we pioneered the applied learning pathway in the Singapore university landscape. Accordingly, our degree programs are applied in nature, targeted at growth sectors, and developed in close consultation with our industry partners, which we have strong linkages to. Importantly, we aim to equip our students with skills and training that will help them stay relevant and to be industry and future ready. While we are a fairly young university, we do offer a wide array of full-time undergraduate programs. The 38 programs that we have are in 5 broad groupings, with the majority of our programs in the science and technology categories. You will also find that some of the programs here are only offered by SIT among the local autonomous universities. Examples of these are the allied health programs, such as the physiotherapy and the occupational therapy, as well as the sustainable infrastructure engineering and food technology. SIT also works with 6 overseas university partners, which are renowned in their respective fields. They are the Digipen Institute of Technology, Massey University, Newcastle University, Technical University of Munich, Culinary Institute of America, and University of Glasgow. A sizable number of our programs is made up of joint degrees, which means the programs are jointly designed and delivered by both SIT and the overseas university partner. And in these joint degrees, we would marry the expertise from both universities in terms of the curriculum, the pedagogy, as well as the industry networks. Additionally, SIT confers our own degree programs and also offers a small number of overseas university degrees conferred by our partners. For the 2021 intake, we have a newly launched program in robotics systems. This is a specialized engineering program that focuses on the design and development of service or field robotics systems. Those of you who are keen to study topics such as robotics development, artificial intelligence, and machine learning will find this to be highly interesting and relevant. At SIT, our programs have been designed to have elements of applied learning. Students will be given exposure in a myriad of learning methods that are largely practice-oriented and promotes active and experiential learning. An integral applied learning component for us is the Integrated Work Study Program, or IWSP for short. This is a work attachment program for our students in the SIT conferred programs, as well as the joint programs, and it spans between 6 to 12 months. In the IWSP, our students are treated no different from the full-time employees of the companies, and they are given work that is pitched at the level where they can aptly apply their skills and knowledge in the real work environment. With this longer runway than other general internship programs, our students are not only able to actively learn in an authentic environment, employers are also able to adequately assess our students and to decide to recruit them for the long term. In fact, many of our students receive priority offers prior to graduation from their IWSP employers. And this has also contributed to a high graduate employment rate for our graduates, in which 9 out of 10 of our graduates secure a job upon completing their program within 6 months, and with a very decent starting pay of close to $3,600. And so to us, these positive graduate outcomes is a testament of the value and quality of the SIT's applied learning genre of education. Moreover, SIT also receives industry's validation in terms of the strong support that companies give to the university. Among the many collaborations, SIT works with companies to run Skills Future work study degrees in which students in these programs will have a head start to their career during their studies, being recruited by these companies at the onset of their studies. Now, there are 2 modes in which the Skills Future work study programs operate. One enables students to alternate their study and work on a term basis. Whereas for a couple of programs, students will alternate between working 3 or 4 days in the company and studying for the remaining 1 or 2 days in the week. Beyond industry exposure, the university also recognizes the importance of a global and regional exposure. And so in a typical year, students are given opportunities to participate in various overseas exposure programs. Specific to our joint degrees and overseas university degrees, students will complete their overseas immersion program, which is an attachment at the home campus of the overseas university. Let me now move to the next segment on admissions essentials. To give you a sensing of the level of competition to expect, you can see from these top-line admissions numbers that SIT's admissions is highly competitive with a growing demand each year. Now, we receive around 12,000 applications, and in the 2020 admissions, we assessed 7,000 applicants and eventually admitted 2,900 students. So you may ask, how does SIT select our students? Selection is based on relative merit. However, the definition of merit is not just based on academic grades. Rather, SIT's approach to admissions is both holistic and aptitude-based. So what this means is that we look at both your academic merit and your non-academic merit in assessing your application. So as the title of this talk suggests, SIT is for mostly interested in admitting the right student. So who is this right SIT student? In a nutshell, he or she is someone who is clearly passionate and has aptitude for the program of study. And he is able to clearly and convincingly demonstrate it through various means. And this could include prior learning and exposure, such as school projects and participation in related competitions, or through relevant work experience, or even through community service, CCAs, and other related achievements. Applicants are welcome to make full use of the personal statement in their application and submissions of relevant portfolios to share their achievements, competencies, and experiences that are relevant to the program of choice. Now, all shortlisted applicants will be invited for an interview assessment, and this can be in varying formats such as video interviews, face-to-face interviews, and even written tests. Now, those who pass the required assessments will be given an offer. We have a yearly intake, and application opens in mid-January and closes in mid-March. Those who are shortlisted will be interviewed between February and May, and they will receive an outcome by May. Scholarship applications are in parallel to the admissions application. Now, you will have up to 5 program choices in your application form, so do fill in your choices carefully in accordance to your interest in the program. Boys who will be serving their national service may apply in the year of graduation. And if they are successful in their application, the university will reserve a place for them till they complete their national service. Now, here are a few admission tips for you. As mentioned, choice matters in admissions. So choose your programs wisely and make good use of your application to highlight all your qualifications and achievements accurately and comprehensively, so that they can be taken into due consideration when we assess your application. Moving on to scholarships and financial assistance. So at SIT, there are various scholarships and financial assistance schemes that are accessible to our students. In planning for the financing of your educational expenses, it may be helpful for you to think of them in 3 parts, which you need to set aside a budget for. So tuition fees will form the bulk of your study expenses, followed by your living expenses and other enrichment program expenses. Notwithstanding, there are more than 300 scholarships and financial assistance schemes available to SIT students. Scholarships are merit-based, and most scholarships consider both outstanding academic performance as well as achievements and qualities beyond the academics. Among the various scholarships that our students at SIT can receive, the signature scholarship program is the SIT Scholarship. SIT scholars will be covered in their tuition fees for the course of their study. And beyond that, they will join our comprehensive Scholars Engagement Program, where they will be developed and nurtured in leadership skills and various personal development skills. They will also be exposed to different university-wide events and initiatives, and will be trained as ambassadors of the university and in their respective arenas. While scholarships are merit-based, financial assistance schemes are needs-based, and there are many loans and bursaries which our students can apply for to get help to see them through their education. Now, what is the student experience like at SIT? University life is surely not just about studying. There is certainly so much more that you can look forward to if you join us as our citizen. Our student life is extremely vibrant, and our students are able to enjoy the full student experience by actively participating in clubs, sports, competitions, and community services. I would also like to add that at SIT, we have a team of committed professors, professional officers, and corporate staff who will engage and mentor our students throughout their SIT journey. Here are some examples of the resources available to our students to prepare them to be career ready and these include career coaching and networking events with prospective employers. So as I wrap up, I would like to recap that we are a university of applied learning. SIT's intent is to avail access to higher education to those who would thrive in an environment that promotes active and experiential learning that is largely practice-oriented and applied. Now, close to 90% of our students are admitted to their top choice programs, and they are clear of what they are looking for. Our graduates are highly sought after by the industry because they are trained and they are well able to hit the ground running. They are adaptable and grounded in the community. So are you the right SIT student that we are looking for? Are you a passionate individual who has the aptitude and committed to be equipped with skills in your area of interest? Do you possess the can-do attitude and willing to give it all it takes to stay the course? If that's you, you are the one we are looking for. So come discover life as a citizen and engage with us via the different channels. And with that, I thank you for your time and attention and wish you all the best.